What's up, everyone? Today we are going to be learning about clauses and parallel construction. Let's get started with clauses. What are clauses? Well, a clause is a group of words that contains a verb. A clause on its own can be a complete sentence itself, or it can also just be a part of a sentence. There's many different types of clauses, the first one being the main clause. Every sentence contains at least one main clause. A main clause can be part of a compound sentence or a complex sentence, but it is also fine on its own. The second type of clause would be the subordinate clause. A subordinate clause depends on the main clause for its meaning, and put together with a main clause forms a part of a complex sentence. An example of those two clauses would be in the sentence, "While she sleeps, Lucy snored." Lucy snored would be the main clause because it is containing a verb, and while she sleeps would be the subordinate clause because it does depend on the main clause. Another type of clause would be the conditional clause. A conditional clause usually begins with if or unless, and is used to describe something that is possible or probable. There is also the relative clause. A relative clause is connected to a main clause by a word such as which, that, whom, whose, when, where, or who. Now, the last type of clause would be the non-restrictive relative clause. A non-restrictive relative clause gives extra information that could be left out without affecting the meaning or structure of the sentence. They are normally introduced by which, whose, who, or whom, but never by that. And you should always place a comma in front of them. Now, that's it for the clauses. Now, let's move to parallel construction. Now, parallel construction is when phrases in a sentence have similar or the same grammatical structure. It provides a phrase with balance and clarity and gives it a pattern and rhythm. Sentences are easier understood when structured in a grammatically parallel fashion. So, parallel construction also makes prose, poetry, and speeches have a rhythm and repetition that can be more catchy, memorable, and interesting to people. It can usually be found in poetry and songs, as well as in formal papers and speeches. Thank you guys for watching this short tutorial on clauses and parallel construction, and I hope everyone learned something new.